morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm coming at you from Six Flags St. Louis at one of the best times of the year. I would say the best time of year to visit this park, the Ace event, Daredevil Daze. You may be wondering, why are you starting off with Batman? Don't you always do Scream and Eagle first? Ace members get the first public train of the day on Batman, so I figured I might as well take part in that because I've never done that in the past, and also Scream and Eagle is down today, so there's really no harm, no foul in doing this. And I'm excited to get back on Mr. Freeze, which we got 2 hours of ERT on that, and American Thunder tonight, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. Also got a backstage tour of Boss at 1:30, which I did do that in 2022, and that was sick. Also, I got word Joker is back open, so I'm gonna be getting on that at least once today. So, of course, make sure you guys watch again to see how today goes. There is nothing like a front row ride on Batman the Ride to wake up for the day. That was running exceptionally well, very smooth, very intense, overall amazing ride. They were on one train today, so I imagine that line will build up later unless they transfer a second train on, but Batman, great stuff. Now let's go towards Justice League and Mr. Freeze, get some rides in on those. Justice League is down right now, so I guess Freeze is next. I wonder which way I'm gonna go. I wonder which row I'm gonna take. Back seat on Mr. Freeze is just so good. That launch is solid. The inverted top hat is diabolical. The spike is cool, the overrank is awesome. Overall, not a single bad element on this ride. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, get out here and ride because it's one of the best coasters on the planet in my honest opinion. Especially if you love intensity like I do. That launch is powerful up front today. Usually I find the launch to be a little better in the back. Not for today, man. That launch is hitting so hard up front. I'm gonna check Justice League, see if it's open. Otherwise, I might try and do Boss before the launch at noon. And yeah, I didn't see there. Joker Carnival of Chaos is running, so that is very exciting to see. For now, let's head towards Justice League and actually first see if the train rolls back. No rollback to be seen here. Let's get to Justice League and see if that's back open, which it is. So, oh, it's not actually. I take it back. The door is open, but the line to get in is close. So we'll have to wait it out a little bit, it looks like. Justice League is open. We're nowhere close to my next milestone, but that won't stop me from getting some access in today. Three rides in on Justice League. The first one I didn't get the dual wheel, but the other 2 I did. First the dual wheels I had 9:38, I think it was, so I was pretty close. And then my most recent ride, I got a double, so I choked a little bit. I forget where it was. I want to say it might have been Screen 4 on the second ride I had, so I don't know. That's why I didn't get it, but it is what it is. I'm going to the catering area because the lunch is going on right now, so I'm going to go over there, see what's happening with that. And then, actually, that is when we'll be heading into the backstage tour area of Boston. So let's head over to the catering area.
whip and it's not even a full
Backstage tour of Boss is in about 10 minutes, and while I'm waiting for that, I'll address some of the other things I forgot to mention for this event. The first one is that there is a group takeover of the Grand Ole Carousel at 7:50. That's 10 minutes before the park closes, and that is when I would be marathoning Justice League. So it'd be nice to do it, but then again, I'm not 100% sure. You guys may be wondering where Lily, Ellis, and Will are. I've been hanging out with Lily and Will the past few Daredevil days, as well as Ellis. None of them are going to be able to make it today, unfortunately. So Ryan's still here, and I'll maybe get some of his thoughts on some of the stuff later on. But Ryan, Ellis, Lily, and Will, all four of them being there for the event last year was part of what made that event so great. Now, this event is still going to be great, and it's already off to an awesome start because I got some great rides on Mr. Freeze and Batman, as well as a double max on Justice League. So the event's definitely got some good parts to it still, and I'll just have to make the most of it, despite not everybody being able to make it today. Does it feel good to be back here? It's been 2 years since I saw this particular view. I actually came back this way during the Rookie Racer construction tour to access Rookie Racer, so that's pretty cool. We actually have 2 trains on this for the tour today, which when I did this tour in 2022, they had 1 train running. So this will be really cool to get more shots of it thanks to 2 train hops.
haven't rode it yet today. Stop! Oh my god. Oh my. Oh, that one's gonna fly. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that one's not. That one even stopped. They don't sound that impressive. I have an amp called.
Toro Boss really is something else. I forgot how cool it was to go around the entire perimeter of the ride, and we also got to go on part of the mid-course brake run, which I did that in 2022, and I asked if that was going to be included in the tour today, and I was told that was not going to be the case, which I'm surprised that we got to go off part of it, so that was really cool. Definitely helped that there are 2 trains running this time, so I enjoyed it a lot more than I did in 2022, and I loved it in 2022, so I'm really glad to have gone behind the scenes of Boss again. And speaking of Boss, I'm going to ride it now because I haven't done it yet today. I noticed it was pulling a dive coaster quite a bit in some footage I shot, like it's not in the mid-course. So the second half of the day have been very, very slow, which I'm not sure how that likes to ride, but I'll find out in just a moment. So let's give it a go. Just got off of the Boss, and it was running solid, but on the rubber side, which that's to be expected given how it's 25 years old. I would definitely say it is not better than Mr. Freeze, or maybe not even Batman. I don't know, Batman was running really good. It is time for my first ride on Joker Carnival of Chaos since I believe towards the end of July, so I'm excited to get back on this. Two rides on Joker, and the reason why I rode it a second time is because A, I haven't ridden it in over a month, and B, my first ride was not very good, unfortunately. I didn't get a good cycle. I was on the opposite side from where I usually sit. The side I usually sit on had all those seats taken. I was face up on all of the max swings, so I didn't really get the same adrenaline rush that I get on the side I usually sit on. That's why I did it a second time. I was able to get the side I usually sit on, and it was awesome. So definitely enjoyed my second ride a lot more than my first. Now let's go to Justice League and get some more laps on that. I've only had 3 rides on it for today. I did it 3 within the first hour the park was open and haven't done it since. So let's change that. Currently sitting at, I believe, 4 double maxes in a row on Justice League right now because I got 1 on my 3rd ride before the Backstage Tour Boss, and then I got 3 more just now, so I'm at 4 in a row right now. I could keep going until I miss, but I'm not going to bother with that right now. I'll get to that in a little bit. Log Flume is actually open today. I thought that and Thunder River both closed after Labor Day. They're both open today, which is shocking, and I know Thunder River especially that's surprising because I've never seen that run past Labor Day before, so I'm definitely not going to bother with Thunder River though, but Log Flume I am going to give it a try because I was going to try it last time I was here. It was down, and since it's actually open today, I'm gonna hitch a ride on this, and they're actually running the side with the lift hill to start, which is quite rare, so I'm taking advantage of that and getting my final ride of the season on Log Flume. absolutely bodied on that final drop. I got a lot wetter than my other 3 rides on it this year, and it was not the most comfortable given how it's not the hottest out. Let's try American Thunder now, see how it's running.
Red, white, and blue, and now there's no stopping you. I hope you guys enjoy your ride. Welcome back, riders. How's that ride today? Fantastic to hear. Well, try to think of folks out there saying, go ahead and grab all your items in, head to the exit tempo. Wonderful rest of your day.
Was gone after American Thunder with how much air tempo I had on that thing. The lap bar came down 3 clicks. I maintained that for the rest of the ride. It was absolutely insane. So that was definitely the closest it's been to 2019, at least for this year. In terms of how it compared to Kentucky Rumbler, which I rode last week, I still think Kentucky Rumbler is a better ride, but that ride on American Thunder was pretty dang close to it in terms of quality. So no complaints about how good it was running. Let's give Boss a second try since we're up in the area.
I forgot what I was going to say, but you're not going anyway. Enjoy your ride. Welcome back, riders. How was your ride? So when your turn comes up,
did 4 rides in a row on the Boss, and the 3rd and 4th of those rides they've been dive coaster. It's the first time I've had that happen in quite some time. The second half, especially on my most recent ride, was very slow. Like, I thought we were gonna valley on the turn out to the mid-course for sure. So that definitely wasn't the most ideal ride experience, but it was still very solid. Now I think I'm gonna marathon Justice League until the park closes, and then from there it's gonna be 2 hours of ERT on Mr. Freeze. That was one heck of a marathon I had. Multiple double maxes, some close calls, not a single miss, although I did come pretty close on one of my rides, I think. It was overall a very solid run. We got 2 hours of ERT on Mr. Freeze ahead of me, so let's get to lapping this thing. There ain't no way I'm gonna be getting a Zen ride on Mr. Freeze at the start of ERT. I mean, it's very possible, but there is literally nobody in this queue line right now. It's just me, so I'd say the odds are pretty high, though, to be honest with you. Oh my gosh, 2 trains for ERT. Let's freaking go, Chad. Well, this is quite unfortunate. Mr. Freeze is down for technical difficulties right off the bat. I was wondering why there's nobody here, but then I realized the Grand Ole Carousel takeover just happened. So that's probably where everybody is right now, and as you can see, they're getting ready to send Side A out and do a test run with it. So hopefully we'll be on this thing pretty quickly here once it reopens. Not a single person came into the station until I was getting checked for my 5th Zen ride. 5 back-to-back Zen rides, front row Side A without getting off. Can't really ask for much more than that. And this thing is also running exceptional right now. So much faster than earlier, so much more intense. The airtime on the top end is diabolical. This thing continues to blow my mind every single time for the most part, unless you have a couple of one-off rides here and there. I've only had 2 rides that were really underwhelming, but today it's the exact opposite of underwhelming. It's been overwhelming. So the next train that isn't me is going out right now. Let's see if this one rolls back. If it rolls back, I'm that's over. No roll back, and it wasn't even. So we got, I don't even know how much time left. So let's get going. Just rode the back row on Side A twice in a row, and for today, this thing is by far a front row ride. Like, it's not even close. The front row on this ride is hitting in ways I didn't even know was possible. impossible today. Like, the air time is so strong. The launch is like ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, the launch in the back is great. And also the inverted top end, I think, is still better than the back. I think a little bit. This thing in the front row is running on all sorts of crap that I don't remember ever seeing on the Shrine. Let's go back for round number 12, I guess this is for today. 20 rides is for sure happening on this. 25, that's a bit of a stretch, but I think 20 is definitely on the cards. Up to 16 rides on Mr. Freeze for today, and I'm doing most of my rides in the front because, like I just said, it's on crack in the front today for whatever reason. Like, I don't remember the last time I ran this long. Like, seriously. I feel when I wake up in the morning, I feel like I'm gonna be on this, like, getting thrashed all over randomly, but I don't know how that's gonna work out. But man, this thing, seriously, if you can get out here and ride it, even if it doesn't close, just do it. It's worth your time. 7 more rides and I'm at 23 for today. This thing is definitely starting to take a toll on me, that's for sure. The initial plan was to do Mr. Freeze for 2 hours straight, but after getting my 30th ride on it for today and my 26th during ERT, I gotta know when to stop. And the fact of the matter is, I don't want to risk getting a really bad headache, which is already pretty bad right now. I don't want to risk making it any worse. So I'm tapping out at 30 rides on it for today, which is a lot. Since we got, I don't know, half hour left of ERT, let's go get some more rides on American Thunder. At this park at night with hardly anybody here is quite creepy, in all honesty. Then again, I do realize that it's not gonna be like this for long because Fright Fest starts the week after I'm recording this. So I'm excited to get some more night rides on some of these coaches. Like, I'm especially excited to try Boss at night. I don't think I've done a true night ride on Boss with a timing track. I've done soft rides on Boss with a timing track, but not a true night ride. So that'll be exciting to try out next time I'm here. I really like how the moon looks behind the clouds. That's pretty cool. Got a bright moon, making American Thunder look all lit up in this shot. I'm really intrigued to see how it's gonna run, so let's do at least 2 rides on so I can do front and back. That will wrap up Daredevil Daze 2025 for me. What you just saw in that clip was the last ride of the event on American Thunder. That means Daredevil Daze 2025 has concluded. I got 3 rides on American Thunder to finish it off. 1 in the front, 2 in the back, all of which in the red train. Would have liked for it to have been blue train, since I think that's the best train on this ride, but you can't win them all. And plus, with the amount of amazing rides I got on Mr. Freeze, I'm more than happy that that's what I ended up with instead of some good blue train rides on this. Because for me, some good blue train rides on American Thunder aren't as good as top form rides on Mr. Freeze. So I have no complaints with how today or ERT went. Now for the fun part, today's ride count. It was 30 on Mr. Freeze, 17 on Justice League, 5 on Boss, 4 on American Thunder, 2 on Joker Carnival of Chaos, and then 1 on Batman the Ride and Log Flume. In terms of highlights, Mr. Freeze was running absolutely incredible, the best I've seen it run this year. The backstage tour of Boss was exciting. Batman was running really good in the morning. American Thunder was running pretty solid. Getting to ride Joker again was awesome. I do wish Scream Eagle was up. And also Lily, Ellis, and Will weren't able to make it today, but that's okay. I still had a great time here, and that's ultimately all that matters. And before I click off this video, please be sure to leave a like if you haven't done so already. Be sure to comment away, enjoy about this video, and be sure to share with someone else you may know. If you're new to this channel and like what we saw, please consider subscribing for more content like this. I'd appreciate you subscribing and turn the bell on to get notified every time I upload a new video. I also have an Instagram account for the pictures I take whenever I visit the parks. So be sure to check out there as well. I'll be in the link in the description. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you later.